hello, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruth Venom. I hope you guys are having an amazing day and amazing week so far. Yes! So I hope you guys are all enjoying the beginning of 2022. I just can't believe it's this year, and I am so mad. I am so mad and sad that Betty White died. I was like crushed. Like literally she was about to be 100. I'm like, I'm so mad. I do love Betty White. Like, she's just an amazing woman. She's so sweet too. Like, I'm so mad. Like, couldn't they have taken somebody else instead of Betty White? Like, what about Prince Andrew? Like, they could have taken him. I'd love to hear if you guys are excited for this brand new year. Do you guys have any goals? Are you guys wanting to do a fresh start? I would love to hear what you guys have planned for 2022. I know mine is to officially stop smoking, kind of get in a better headset, because lately, I don't know, like, it was kind of like a little bit after Christmas where it seemed like my mood started shifting, and I don't know, I don't know what's going on with me. Like, I think just with everything going on and some other factors, I'm just like, my mood is sort of like off balance, and hopefully it'll get on track. That's what I'm hoping for, and to be more healthier, trying to eat less processed food. To hear your guys' New Year's resolutions, or you know, whatever you guys want to like plan ahead and would like to see. But yeah, in today's video, we are finally at that time to do the Zodiac sign. And when I was looking back, because last year's when we started the whole Zodiac sign makeup, I didn't start off with Capricorn. I started off with Pisces. So in today's video, we are going to do the first and initial ever Capricorn makeup. Yes! I know I'm a little late. Their Zodiac sign is almost over, but you know what? Better late than never, right? But yeah, I chose some red tones just because their birthstone is ruby, and I wanted to add in some other colors. Let me stop chit-chatting and we will get to the video. Alright, so I got my eyebrows on and my eye base down. For this look, I want to do like a sharp edge, so I put some tape on both corners. Yes! So for this look, we are going to be using two palettes. We are going to be using the Blood Sugar palette by Jeffree, and we are also going to be using the Bloodlust palette by Jeffree also. But to start off with, I'm going to go into Blood Sugar, and I am going to use is going to be Coma, which is right here. And then after Coma, we are going to go in with Fresh Meat, which is this one right here. All right. So for Coma, I'm going to grab a little edge brush just like this. Going to dip right into it. And I'm going to create kind of like a line right in the middle. So right about here, and start creating my shape. And I'm just thinking of how thick I want to go with it. I think I'm going to go a little bit thicker just because the dimensions of this eyelid is a little bit different than this one. So I don't want it all the way down, but I don't want it too short. And with the edgy look, I'm going to be adding later. I'm not going to go all the way over here, so I'm just going to leave it a little bit, not too far away from the tape. So I'm going to go in and do it on the same side. And once we have both the lines out, I'm going to go over each one just to make sure that they are extremely dark, because I want these lines to be really pigmented. Since the line part is all done, I'm going to go ahead and grab just a little fluffy brush just like this, and go over it with the fresh meat. Now I did play with these colors a little bit, so this part I'm just going to use the same brushes I used earlier, because this is when earlier I did try to figure out what kind of color schemes I want to go, so I did use these brushes a little bit earlier so they're not like dirty. So I'm going to go ahead and start blending kind of on top of the coma and then bringing it up. And this is where I mostly, I don't want to put it too much up, but a little bit, so then that way we can see like the difference in color. And we're going to go ahead and do it on the other side. Both sides look good. And then we can always go back and fix the coma part if we need to darken it just a little bit. So then we are going to go into a kind of like a brownish beige shade. We are going to go into Cake Mix, which is right here. And we're going to take just a little fluffy brush just like this, dab it on just a little bit, tap off any excess off the brush, tap any excess you have on the brush, and then we are going to start kind of creating a brown shade above fresh meat, and then we're going to blend it into the fresh meat. So then that way with this look, we are using the whole eyebrow. And then start going over the edges of fresh meat to kind of blend them out so they're not like too bold. And then later on, if you want to, you can also add some highlight right here to really like make it pop. But I will show you guys what I'm talking about. So it's kind of like a blended, and then this is like a brown. So kind of like adding dimension. And we're also creating like different shade ranges to the eye. Gonna go in with my brush and kind of dip into coma just a little bit, just to a little bit darken it up and add some color, just in case if some product did get on coma where it's making a little bit duller. So we'll just darken her up just really quick. Alright, so that is it for that part. Go ahead and close my blood sugar palette and put aside, and I'm going to be grabbing the Bloodlust palette. Right now, we are going to start dipping into the shade Bleeding Heart, and then we're going to come in with a edgy look with the Executioner. So they are right next to each other. They're both shimmer shades. Bleeding Heart right here, and then the Executioner. These are the two shades we're going to be using. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab a fluffy brush just like this, dip into the Bleeding Heart, make sure I got some pigment on that, and I'm just going to start with the inner, and I think we are mostly going to go probably until like the mid-eye. And I'm actually going to grab just a little brush to kind of help create more of a sharp edge so I don't overlay into a coma. So I'm going to outline that part real quick. I'm just going to add a little bit right here, just in case if our black sheet doesn't cover it. I mean, if it does, great, but then if not, then there is going to be a color there, so then that way we don't have to come back and try to squeeze in this red color. We are going to grab a slant brush and we are going to dip into the executioner. And we are going to start with the outer corner, create kind of like a wing, and then bring it down to the front. So it's kind of like an eyeshadowy glitter wing, but it's just going to be part of the look. So depending on how high we want to go, why don't we start from up top and kind of work with that first, that shape. And then we'll go from there. If we want to build it a little bit more, we can. But it's always good just to start with a little bit, because in that way you can just always add more. Alright, so since I got my shape, I just want to make sure it's very well pigmented. It does also have some like really pretty purple like shimmer in there. It kind of like, it's really pretty, kind of like how the Pricked palette in the black shade, it had like orange goldish shimmer. It's like that, but with like purple. Ooh, it's so pretty. So now we are going to go ahead and go onto the other side and create the same thing. So right now I'm just looking at everything to make sure it's all even and everything. So far it looks pretty good. Very cute. So now I'm going to go ahead and just add some shimmer, just really quick. I'm going to go ahead and grab a little brush, and the shade I'm going to add to the inner corner, I'm just going to do it right here top, and then once I put my foundation on, I'll add the bottom part. But I'm going to dip into Sleeping Beauty, which is a shimmer shade, purple tint kind of, and it's going to be called Sleeping Beauty. She's very pretty. And the shade is so creamy. It's so nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of start right there. Like I said, so we're going to go ahead and start putting it down right here. Like I said, I'm just going to do this part right here. And then once I have my foundation on and everything, I'll add it to the bottom. But just start off right there, and then do it on the other side real quick. We're done with the Bloodlust palette, so now we are going to come back over here. We are going to grab, let's see if this is the one I want. I'm trying to find the best brush. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a brush just like this, very tiny, very edgy. And we are going to dip into the shade Donor, which is right there, the really shimmery gold. I am going to dip into her. Make sure. She's very well pigmented. And now we are going to start creating a line starting from here, right underneath coma, and bringing it down and kind of connecting to the wing. So it's kind of like a divider, if that makes sense. So we'll start right here. Actually, scratch that. So instead of using coma, we're actually going to go ahead and I wiped off my shadow. We are actually going to go and dip into I Gotta Go, the Jeffree Star Shane liquid lip. Right when I was like putting it down, I was like, this is going to take forever. So I'm just going to use a liquid lip because I think it would just help with the color. I mean, if we want, we can obviously go over with coma, but I think just to kind of save time, why not use a liquid lip? That might help a little bit easier and faster. So we're going to start right here and kind of trace it under coma. Connect with this guy and then follow it. Right. So it's going to look just like that. Going to go ahead and pick up a clean edge brush, and we're going to dip into the Donor shade and just kind of like lather, go over it with the powder just so the line doesn't end up smudging, since it is, you know, liquid liner. Because we definitely want to make sure it doesn't go anywhere and smear into other shades. And if you do end up recreating this look, this line, I would say is going to be the most crucial because like it's easy to mess up and then it can definitely like throw everything off. I'm just going to go ahead and pick up my little coma brush and kind of try to fix this part right here just because my hand did get a little bit unsteady and kind of brought gold pieces into it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it on the other side and I'll be right back, all done. All right, so we are back with, you know, the foundation and everything. Here then I got my little Zodiac sign. So what do you think? It's very cute. The eyelashes definitely help it make it more cuter, but I think that's with like every eyeshadow look. But yeah, I'm totally digging this. Yes, like look at that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Always feel free to leave a comment. If you really like this video, push the like button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.